Hello everyone, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Today we're going to be going all over supplements. These are the ones that I would say the top tier of supplements. I would recommend everyone having these supplements. Obviously you've got your additional ones like your pre-workouts, your creatine. These additional supplements are maybe not as necessary for body fat loss. But this is what I'd recommend everybody who's starting their fitness journey, and what I'd probably recommend for just even general well-being for most people. So going forward, I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. And then we're going to crack on. Oh, I knew I did that. Apologies. Going forward, we're going to go have a look at what I would recommend. So first of all, vitamin D3 spray is the I recommend people taking vitamin D3. D3 spray is just the one that I'd recommend, just because it's a bit easier and it's a bit easier on the go than obviously taking tablets. Vitamin D3 spray as well is very high in the IU per spray, and it's very convenient. It's also it's the liquid format, so it's much more soluble compared to some tablets which are in a powdered form, which is not as soluble. I recommend having vitamin D3 with a fat source, or with your, we're going to go into your cod liver oil at the same time, because it makes the vitamin D3 a bit more soluble and being more easier digested. So always, you should really always have the vitamins with a fat soluble source, so it makes it to easily digest more and be a little bit more effective. The reason we take vitamin D3 is generally we don't get enough sunshine in this country, because it is cloudy and rainy and snowy, and it generally, especially in the winter, we don't get enough, and this often affects our hormones and regulates our hormones inefficiently, and it also affects our mental well-being. So this is something that I'd recommend everyone taking for making sure our hormone production is working properly, our mental well-being, just a feel-good factor. And also it obviously helps with calcium, healthy bones, teeth, immune system, and normal muscle function. So benefits fat loss directly by improving your hormone control there. Therefore, it can improve fat loss. So would always recommend using a vitamin D3, preferably vitamin D3 spray. A whey protein powder, the one I recommend at the moment is the Perform Whey, just because it's simply the most palatable protein powder going. So it's just really, the flavours and the taste is probably top tier compared to others. For example, this one itself, a white chocolate hazelnut. You just don't really see those flavours in any other company, so the selection of flavours is ridiculous. So it has something for everyone, and they're just very convenient, and it's also just a very good mixer with food as well. It's just got a bit of a thicker texture, so a bit more like milk-like consistency, which is obviously a bit better when making shakes and stuff, as it just mimics more of a milkshake, in my opinion. Protein, simply put, we should always have enough protein powder within our diet. If you can't get enough protein from whole foods, then the convenience and portability of protein powder is just something that I'd recommend. I would not recommend having more than one a day, as it's a bit overkill, and you should be really having it from whole food sources. Nordic Oil, or omega-3s. Nordic Oil is, in my opinion, the highest grade fish oil on the market, from the cleanest oceans to where it's sourced to the DBA to EPA distribution. Is, if not the best fish oil on the market, and the most highest grade fish oil that you can get, and it's also flavoured. And it's just a high quality product. I really recommend their products. with the Nordic Oil, it comes in a glass jar that's going to be kept in the fridge once opened, because it's a fish oil. So if you keep it in the cupboard, it will go out of date. So do not leave it in the cupboard, because it will start to stink out the joint. So if it keeps in the fridge, it lasts ages. It lasts months and months and months and months. So just keep it in the fridge. High quality product again. Many benefits. Everyone, in my opinion, should be taking a fish oil just from the magnitude of benefits that it comes with. Every test that has been done on a fish oil so far, there's the recent studies since I've done this video, that they've proven to speed up recovery from any surgeries, any diseases or illnesses. It also improves, just there said on the slide itself, improves inflammatory diseases, helps with heart disease, helps with heart attacks, heart failure, diabetes, and a study in 2007 from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that combined with exercise, helped people lose up to 3 times more fat than the participants that didn't take fish oil. So if that's not a kick to take fish oil, that is for me a big one for definitely starting to take it. So highly recommend people taking fish oils just for everyday well-being. So many benefits, and it just helps with recovery and feeling good, and good for your joints as well. So yeah, that is the fish oils that I recommend. Is Nordic Oil. You can get that from Amazon. Multivitamins. Just kind of when you go into a fat loss phase, you hold a lot of the toxins in your belly fat and fat cells. So when you release it, it's important to detoxify the toxins held in your body fat. So make sure we don't get ill. That is just done by taking a multivitamin. So I recommend taking that. And it's just going to keep your immunity high. You're not going to get ill. You're going to be topped up on all the minerals, essential minerals and vitamins going forward. It's cheap, it's effective, and you're not going to get ill. So nothing worse than you starting your fat loss journey. You've got clear vision of where you want to be. You've got the plan in place. You've got the skeleton plan in place. You know what you want to do, and then you get ill. You get 2 weeks off, and it just stops progress. Everything stops in its tracks until you get better, and then you have to kind of pull back a little bit and start building the momentum again. So a cheap and effective way of not getting ill is making sure we don't. So take a multivitamin. It's cheap, it's effective, and it's going to help you stay away from any of the nasty viruses that is going around, depending on what gym you're at. It's just going to keep your immunity high, so you make sure that you're not going to get ill. So I highly recommend taking a multivitamin if you have, if you can. So highly recommend that. And then going into a little bit more detail, being more relative to fat loss, can help with the endocrine system, which is kind of just a hormone function that's just going to help with producing your hormones to be more effective. So that's why we do it as well. And that is it. So that's all the supplements I would recommend. I wasn't sure if I had the last page there, but I don't. So there are the recommends I recommend. This will be linked below. Onto Amazon. Where to buy them. I've linked them all onto Amazon, so you can just simply add it to your cart, and it's going to get shipped direct to your house if you wish. Everything. And so these are the recommendations that I've made. With the protein powder, you obviously choose the flavour that you like. You don't have to have the one that I like. So if you think I'm more of a milk chocolate person, or I fancy, I don't know, pistachio or vanilla, you can have. There's a selection of them on the Perform Whey. So don't just choose the flavour I like. Choose the one that you like. I at the moment just prefer the white chocolate hazelnut, so that's the one I recommend at the moment. Have a great rest of the day. Let me know if you need any more help with this, if you want me to go into any more detail, if you want me to go into more supplements or anything else I recommend. If you want to maybe start to talk about pre-workouts or creatine or all these other additional ones, you can just drop me a message. I can go into more detail with you in a one-to-one basis and see if it's relevant for you. These are the ones I'd recommend for everyone, so go ahead and add this to your basket and start taking them today. Have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon.